Okay. I'm just going to kind of go backwards in the types of problems that you see under multiple choice that you guys need more help on. The volumes, I believe you guys can do. Okay. You guys got to know the formulas for those. Just have to be able to do them. You guys kill me with your earphones in. Pull it. I need you to have them out. Austin, can you take them out? So you guys do not need Andrew, can you take them out? Your mom told me to take your cell phone away every day. Hope you know that, right? Right? I don't need to do that. Write a slope that is both parallel and perpendicular. We got to remember these. For two things that are parallel, we know parallel means that our slopes are going to be the same. If it is perpendicular, means that the first one will be the opposite reciprocal. So we're going to do negative reciprocal of them. M1. We got to be able to identify these two different types. Our slope in this equation is going to be 4. This parallel, the parallel slope to this would be m is equal to 4. The perpendicular version would be when m is equal to opposite flipped. So negative 1 over 4 would be its perpendicular. Very easy problem because you don't need to do that much work. The problem number 5 is our slope is negative 3 over 2. Its parallel slope would be m is equal to negative 3 over 2. That doesn't change. Its perpendicular slope for this one, the slope would be its opposite. So opposite of negative would be positive. And then reciprocal of 3 over 2 would just be 2 over 3. Done. Easy point to get on your test. Being able to just flip opposite or it's the same.
So we don't have to worry about the same.
Nope.
It'd be what's called 2 over 3, not 2 negative 2.
Opposite flipped. Opposite flipped. Positive would be negative, negative would be positive. Yep. I went already. I'll go back if I need to. I'll go back if I need to. Copy down these two. Some of these are nicer to do for substitution or elimination. Now, it doesn't tell you which one to use. You got to be able to determine that. It says, use a method, use any method to solve this system. Systems deal substitution or elimination. Okay. You want to be able to identify the type. Doesn't matter which one you use. If the columns are lined up and we have opposites, what are we going to use? Elimination. For our first example here, we're going to use elimination. We're going to go ahead and add these rows together. Our first column here, negative 8 and negative 4, or sorry, negative 8 and 4x is just going to give me negative 4x. Negative 10y and 10y is going to cancel. We're eliminating a column. 28 And negative 24?
Positive 4.
Positive 4. We're not done solving. We got to be able to divide out by,
4.
nope, negative 4. Are we done solving?
No.
We're not done yet. Shh. Shh. X is equal to negative 1. We're going to take our value now, plug it back in. Doesn't matter which one we use. You can plug it back into the one down below, or you can plug it back into the one up on top. I'm going to do the one down below because that's positive numbers. Adding 4 to both sides. What's our solution? Negative 1, negative 2. Again, you can reduce a lot of these parts just by being able to simplify it faster. The second one, are the columns stacked? No. In this case, what I'm going to do here is I see that I have a single variable. If I identify one variable by itself, what are we going to use?
Substitution.
Substitution. Plug in at y. Now what I'm going to do is just solve for x. Multi-step type of problem. 2x plus 4x minus 2 is equal to 4. We're going to combine like terms. 6x minus 4 is equal to 4. We're going to add 2. Divide out by 6. Am I done?
No.
Again, for systems, we always got to do what? Plug it back in. Again, doesn't matter which one you choose. Choose whichever one we want. I'm going to go and choose the top. My solution will be 1, negative 1.
That's how you right under. Why are we changing that to? Oh, no. Sorry. That's how you that's how you have to write your answer.
That's how the solution is going to give you. It's multiple choice.
All right, the first one, comma, the second one.
Always x and y. Always x and y. Questions? Just keep on going backwards. Am I okay to move on? Let you guys a couple minutes to copy those down. This is triangle proportionality theorem. TPT, triangle proportionalities. Smaller to larger, larger to smaller. You can split them, you can subtract them, create the ratios, whatever you have in order to solve out for your values. Whatever is going to work for you. In this case, we're going to do our left-hand side first. So we're going to do, coming away from this, we're going to do 16 over 12. From the other side, we're also going to do 10x, or x plus 10 over 15. What do we got to do to solve these out? Cross multiplication. Multiplying this up here. So this would be 15 times 16. 12x, 12 times x plus 10. Again, I'm just kind of showing all steps. You can automatically jump into it. I'm just showing it for the students that need help. Solving this out, subtract 120. $120 is equal to 12x. Dividing both sides, x will be equal to if I want to create the same idea and it's giving me the full length, how do I find out what this little length right here is? Subtract 8 from 3. 8 minus 3 is 5. Once we have that, we don't really need this other part. Again, we want to be able to create our ratios. We're going to do 5. Oh, don't delete that. 5 over 3. Not that way. We're going to do from the angle that it opens up. Still going to cross multiply.
Wait. What? So unnecessary. Baseball. No, I can see you swim.
Just be careful. Just be careful with those type of problems.
All right.
Cross multiply. 5 times 6 is 30. Two x plus 4. Dividing out.
Why is it like an 18? Because he minus, he subtracted 12 to get that. 30 minus 12. He didn't have to put minus 12. Oh, 18. 18.
Wait, seriously,
Did she prove you what you're doing in the classroom? What you doing in the classroom? I'm not asking about you. Would you prove of what you're doing in class? We can talk after class. Copy these ones down. Sine, cosine, tangent are the things that we need to solve for these. This is going backwards. What is the acronym we use? SOHCAHTOA. Write it down 100% of the time. Got to be able to use our reference angle in order to determine these. For this case, we have our angle that it's asking us to solve for. So that's going to have to be our reference angle. We got to be able to label the opposite, adjacent, and hypotenuse. This right angle in here is going to make an arrow. That arrow is always going to point towards the hypotenuse. The side the angle does not touch will always be the opposite. Do we have anything for the adjacent side, the angle or the side that's touching? Okay. Now, which one do we have? Which one do we not have? Everything with what? Those are going to cross out. You're going to identify which trig ratio you're going to use. Still set it up. It's going to help you set it up. That tells me I'm going to use my sine function. Sine of my angle. Do I know what my angle is?
No.
Nope. So I'm just going to put a question mark in there. Is equal to our opposite over hypotenuse.
You have to use the inverse of sine.
We got to be able to use the inverse sine in order to solve for this out. Sine inverse of 39 over 47.
So, Miss, I could show me what it will look like on the calculator. Oh, yeah, it's just sign right there. Sign here. You're so cute. Yeah, maybe it is.
I'm going to hit Shift, sign, and then I'm going to create the fraction button, and then type in 39. Give it down.
Equal.
Stress them. Doing the next one. We want to be able to label all of our sides. We're going to go and say the arrow that this is formed is going to be the H. We don't have anything for the hypotenuse. The side that the angle does not touch is our opposite. Side closest to it is the, anything with H, we do what to it? H is here, H is there, we can cancel it out. What does that tell me I'm going to use? Tangent. Tangent of my angle. Do I have anything for the angle? So we're solving for. Opposite over adjacent. Opposite is 23 over. What inverse are we going to use? Tangent inverse. That's why I want to go over these.
Oh, wait, but how do you know? Like, so you see how first you find out what the A, H, and O is? I'm trying to figure out how do you know because if there's no H, then you can't use that. So that one has H.
H has an H here, right? And an H here, right?
You can't use those ones because there is no H.
There is no H.
Same thing goes for that one. There was no A.
Last one here. Reference angles up at the top. It's not always going to be the same, right?
Yeah.
Arrow always points towards the hypotenuse. Side the side the angle does not touch is always going to be the, it has nothing. 15 is going to be our adjacent. So, which one we won't use? Everything with an O, right?
Yeah, so we're using
Cosine. Setting up my ratio. Cosine of my angle.
Hey, yeah.
I'm going to convert it.
Oh, this is inverse? Oh,
Inverse.
we're looking for angle, so it's always going to be so when is it not? When they give us the angle and we're looking for a sign.
That's what I do next. Is this kind of ringing a bell?
Yeah.
I'm just going to do the middle one
Yeah.
because all these still kind of work with each other. Got to be able to do the same setup, right? What's the acronym we use?
So
SOHCAHTOA. What's our reference angle? What angle do we want to use?
oh, 18 is
42. We want to be able to use that angle.
so it's not gonna be negative inverse. No, only positive inverse. Oh, we're using the one with no H.
Isn't
H
it
is
sine
not
because
the
the
H.
two are adjacent?
Yes.
There's no H. There's no H. There is an H. H is X.
X.
First of all, you're getting stressed out the class, so we're not worry about you. Come BG. Oh, there's no A.
Set it the same way we do everything?
We're using
What are we missing?
A.
So everything with A,
We're using so.
or we're using so.
Wait. BG. No, not that.
What's our angle?
A was gonna go on this side. It's not. Why is it?
42 is equal to what?
So whatever this one you go, whatever the angle is, see how the angle is right here. Whatever.
How do we solve for this? Sine of 42 first, right? 0.66. Then what do? Cross multiply. Then we do what? Does this help out?
Yes.
Both parts will be posted. There's still several more types of problems. I'll be doing a problem like this, composite. I'll be doing the 45, 90s. These type of problems. I'll do this type of problem. I'll do this type of problem.
What are you gonna do
Today, I'll be posting these. You guys should know how to do them. I'm hoping to actually do them by lunch.